Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the pay to win account, and over the next couple videos we're going to be looking at the common team comps that we see when it starts getting into multi battles. It is a lot more difficult to make team comps, so we're just going to go over a couple of the regular ones that we see when it comes to the campaign. When I start getting a lot more questions about team comps, builds, things of that nature, I like to review them from time to time. So today we're going to be looking at one in particular that I absolutely love, and that is the Thoran cheese, guys. So the core for this team is Thoran. Of course, his retaliation ability is what gives him the power to do the most damage. So when he starts charging up, he will take damage. When he hits a certain point of casting, he will reflect the damage back to other enemies, which is what makes him very strong. So the plus 30 signature item is pretty much required because this is what allows the retaliation ability to go ahead and trigger without him dying. If you don't have this unlocked early game, you can just unlock the signature item. But as you start getting into, probably chapter 32 plus, you want to have the plus 30 signature item on him because it will serve him well. Furniture 3 of 9 is good because the enemies are stunned by the ability Resurrection, so when he comes back to life, but he does get some of his health back. As you start progressing, the 9 of 9 is solid as well because of the energy point recovery. If he does not have energy, he will not do the retaliation ability because he will not be able to ult. Now, we're going to talk about two forms of this, guys. The first one requires this 5 of 5 Dura's Call, or this max out completely 5-star Dura's Call. Restores 16 energy points per second, which is great. But the second part is the most important. If slain, all remaining energy is shared among allied heroes. Now, the interesting part of Dura's Call is right now we do have an event going on, which is the Fruits of Summer event. Down here, they have a Dura's Chest. This is the reason why so many players have said, go ahead and build out the fragments for Dura's Call, is because of the Thoran cheese, as well as pretty much every support hero still utilizes Dura's Call when it comes to the campaign, which is another reason to buy this out of here. It will not do you wrong. I wouldn't sacrifice getting a Celestial or a Hypogen hero out of here to pick them up, but once you have that hero, I would pick up a couple chests to max out that Dura's Call, guys. It is very important when it comes to formations like this, and when it comes to the support class in general, it works surprisingly well. So a couple other ones that we look at are Lorzen. Lorzen in this team comp, again, the reason this works is that 5-star Dura Call. So Lorzen will get a little bit of energy. He will die. Since we only have 2 additional heroes there, the energy is split between them, allowing both of them to get a big energy boost, which is awesome because that will help the retaliation ability. The other one that we look at is Kelthar. And again, this only works with the 5-star Call. Same logic behind him. He has the ability to actually swap places with the hero on the other side, stacking all of your enemies around Thoran cheese. Now, in this case in particular, you have to pay attention to the back line. So here we have Belinda, we have K-Sauce, and we have Lorzen, meaning none of these heroes are going to run up and actually stack on Thoran, where you'll have like an Entendre up here that will. Some of the heroes are stationary, meaning there has to be another way to get them. So depending on where you place Lorzen, his link will actually hit Skarath, and the link with Skarath should hit Belinda, if I remember correctly. Or no, it hits the furthest away. So if we swap them to the bottom, it will hit those two. So there is the link with Belinda. But again, we want to stack everyone up on Thoran. So Lorzen's position is very important, and in this team composition, the link between here is important because right there it links both of the heroes together, meaning they are going to share damage. The taint ability goes on Belinda, meaning the retaliation ability is going to boom, do a lot of damage in here. We could probably Thoran cheese this pretty easy because the retaliation ability is going on Belinda, meaning that once we kill out all of these other 4 enemies, she will be there by herself. Now, another hero that usually does go in this formation, and again, when you don't have that 5-star Dura's Call, is Pippa. So the big thing with Pippa is the ability right here, the Ancestral Shift. So with her if you look at the level 2, Pippa cannot fail to cast this ability when she's positioned in the center of the back line, which is great. So this is going to take enemies. Pippa teleports the closest enemy target on the head of the next closest enemy. So stacking up a couple of targets on Thoran will just further stack the targets on Thoran, which is awesome. With the Ancestral Shift ability, it will put all the heroes together, which is exactly what you want to do out of there. Another one a lot of players do use is Leica, and this is because of the energy. So her awe ability brings energy, and it does also bring haste, allowing Thoran to ult a lot earlier, which again, if you're not running that 5-star Dura's Call, she can really help when it comes to the energy regeneration that Thoran needs. There are also a couple other heroes that are kind of outside of the core heroes you see here, which include Aziz. Aziz really strong because of the energy battery. Even if he dies, he will still continue to regenerate energy. A lot of people do use Flora. Flora is a hero though, if you have her built like I do here, she will not do as well just because of the massive haste reduction that she does. With the haste reduction on the enemy, they're going to be doing less damage to Thoran, which again, doesn't really help very much. If you're looking to do the Thoran cheese, do not build out Flora. We've talked about this before. A lot of players do utilize Rowan. Rowan in this combination is another one, again, because of his energy potion, works really well. Plus 30 signature item, doesn't need any furniture. Nara will work depending again on the formation, because she will actually pull an opposite hero over here. So we could actually grab one of these heroes such as K-Sauce, bring K-Sauce right back to here, or even in this case, Lorzen. So you'll see these two heroes get displaced, pulled right on top of Thoran over here, which is exactly where we want the heroes to be. We have Flora up in the sky, just doing her Flora thing. And then the retaliation ability, here it comes, guys. Boom, took out a couple targets there. He goes usually right back into the retaliation ability again, to allow him to just continuously destroy targets there. And then of course the final one is Rain. Rain we just utilize for her debuff, because when she has that 3 of 9 furniture, she can put up a massive debuff on one single target, which is good because it will allow them to do damage. Don't really need her signature item, built a little bit, just because of the energy regeneration aspect. Allies recover 50% health or energy. Energy definitely worth getting there, but her 3 of 9 furniture is required because the enemy that is marked takes 30% more damage, which again, in turn, works with how the Thoran cheese does work. So really, the only goal here is to stack everyone around Thoran. And as you've seen a little bit earlier, I did remove the chest plate from him, allowing him to take more damage. These 3 items you can have fully maxed out, which don't make a big difference. But the chest plate does add a ton of damage mitigation when you look at it itself, which is the reason we want Thoran to take damage. He cannot take enough damage that he dies before the retaliation ability, but we want to make sure that he is taking that retaliation ability. And a lot of people use this to push the tower. A lot of players use this to push the campaign. So guys, this is going to be the first of pretty much all the formations that are currently in use. Just because, again, when I start getting a lot of questions about different formations, I love to cover them and kind of break them down a little bit so you know exactly what's going on and how to build them and how to utilize them. 5-star call, this is the formation, guys, that you can use. Thoran can go up and down. You can swap, again, depending on the enemies that you have opposed here. There are a couple little variations of it to make sure that you get everyone linked, make sure that taint ability goes on the correct target, things of that nature, to make sure the Thoran cheese works. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.